So you probably have heard that it's pretty simple to start an Airbnb business. Well, there is some truth to that in a way, but I'm going to tell you exactly so you don't make any mistakes. Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna give you the fastest way to get started because it is go time. I'm gonna tell you the top mistakes so that you don't make them. And as always, I'm gonna tell you the truth so that you can make the most money without any fluff like I always do, okay? So the first thing that you wanna do when you're starting an Airbnb business is you want to prepare. You want to prepare. You do not just want to go and say, okay, I'm starting a business and go get a license and just go, because this is the easy way. I'm gonna tell you the easy way. And I'm gonna tell you the easy way because I got started the easy way and it's probably not what you think. So, Noelle, you guys know me. So I used to work a corporate job. I was a manager, sat in a cubicle, and made lots of money in corporate America, but hated my job. But I was able to quit my job using real estate investing, and that's why I'm here now. But how I got into Airbnb might surprise you because it surprised me. So about a couple of years ago, I had this young student. He was about 18 or 19 years old. He tells me, hey, I can make you more money than you are making on your rental properties. And I was like, what? Because mind you, at the time I'm tutoring, I'm mentoring, I have students, okay? And I'm teaching on real estate investing. And I had already quit my job. So I had probably over 40 rental properties. I am just doing my thing in the real estate investing game. And I have passive income coming in and I'm happy. But this young kid is like, no, I know you got your rental properties, but I'm gonna show you a way that you can make double on those rental properties. And so he introduced me to Airbnb, and I'm gonna tell you how. So as I'm teaching you guys on real estate investing, I always tell you partnering with people is not a bad thing. So this young kid offers me a joint venture where he offers me to give him a few $1,000s. I think it was maybe $8,000. And he was going to rent some studio and some one-bedroom apartments, and he was going to furnish them and put them on this new thing called Airbnb. And boy, did that change my life. We got about 5 or 6, I think it was actually 5 apartments, okay? And again, regular, normal apartments, nothing too fancy, nothing too crazy. He furnished the apartments, and within a couple of months, he was making $1,000 to $1,500 on every single Airbnb units. Mind you, I have all of these properties and I'm making maybe $400 or $500 per property. And some properties I was making a little bit more, some a little bit less, but nowhere near the amount of money that he was making on these rental apartments, okay? And so my mind was changed then, and so I'm gonna tell you how we did it. The first thing, after you've prepared and you're saying, okay, this is what I'm doing, and you've set aside the time, the money, and the effort to do it. And again, you don't need a ton of money, I'll tell you how to do it, but you will need to put a little effort and a little bit of time. But it's pretty easy because here's where you're gonna spend most of your time. It's going to be in finding properties, okay? Because I'm gonna tell you this way to do it where it's pretty easy and it's not gonna cost you very much money. And the thing that you want to do if you don't already own any property that you can Airbnb, okay? Because if you have property and you want to put some of them on Airbnb, you don't even have to worry about this. You literally can just furnish those properties and put them on Airbnb, and I'll teach you that. Or if you have no properties at all and you're kind of like me, you're just trying to test this thing out, or you're like, yes, this is what I want to do, but I don't have any properties, then you can use what we call rental arbitrage, where you start to find properties that you can rent, and then you get the landlord to give you permission, or you get him to sign an addendum or an amendment to the lease that allows you to have other people there. And this is pretty simple to do. Now, when you're looking for properties, you want to find properties that are going to be suitable for Airbnb. Now, the thing that people are looking for with Airbnb are 3 major things. They're looking for comfort, they're looking for safety, and they're looking for clean. So they want a place that's clean, safe, and comfortable. That's really the major things that people need. They don't need, big hotels. They don't need 5-star, 20 bedrooms. They don't need a lot. Again, we're in an Airbnb. So as you can see, it doesn't have to be this huge place. It just has to be clean, safe, and comfortable. So if you have properties that you own and they meet this criteria, then it probably works for Airbnb. If you're going to be finding properties and you have to go rent properties to do this, then make sure they also meet that criteria. I'm going to give you a couple of other little things. Again, you're going to have to furnish these properties. You're going to have to stock the properties with, towels and plates and forks and a few other things. And again, I have a whole course here for you that tells you exactly how to do that for a great price. But this is the easy part. This is not hard to do. Finding property is really just about finding properties that meet these needs. Or again, you don't have to buy any properties, okay? You do not have to buy any properties. You literally can find landlords that already are renting their properties to people. Then you rent the property either in your name or your business's name, which is what I recommend. And then you get the lease signed where they are allowing you to have other people there, okay? And again, I have lots of other videos that teach you exactly what to say, so I'm not gonna get into that here. But the key is going to be about starting to have those conversations and getting some properties. And you can start this with just 1 or 2 properties. You don't need a lot of money to start this. Remember what I said. I actually had this young 18-year-old, 19-year-old guy that started off, he, had my money, so he went and got 5. But when he had just his money, before he had any of my investment, before we did that joint venture, he had his 1 property and he already knew he could make this type of money. So it doesn't take a lot to get started, and you don't have to be a genius to get this stuff going, trust me. And then last but not least, once you have your properties going and you've decided where they are, you want to go ahead and list the property on Airbnb. I give you a link below with my link, and you can go ahead and set up a free Airbnb account. And again, it's not just Airbnb. You have Airbnb, you have HomeAway, you have VRBO, you have so many other sites, okay? You really can Google this. Airbnb is not the only game in town. It just happens to be the biggest platform right now. But know that once you get these properties, you can list them on all of these different sites so that your calendar stays booked. And again, my story, we only put them on Airbnb. Now I put them on other different sites, and we have our occupancy rates almost at 100%. Even during some of the slow stuff that's going on, even during some of the downturns in the market, I teach you how to just change your pricing and keep it moving so that you're always making money on your properties. And I'm still making money on my Airbnb properties, more money than I'm making on my traditional long-term rental properties. So I really encourage you that this is not hard to do. You just follow those steps and you will be successful. Okay, so now you have all of the steps. You can see this is super easy, nothing too difficult to go on, for you to do here. So if you want to take this deeper and get fully trained on how to do this, I have a course available for you guys. It's super affordable. Again, you can watch my videos here, or you can go to BNB Riches, that's BNBRiches.com. I have a full training course available for you guys, super affordable, that teaches you everything, all of my contracts, all of my scripts, all of my templates, everything that you need so that you can start this business and be successful in weeks or months, not years. All right, BNB Riches, guys, to your success.